Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, my Libra friends and friends of Libra. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and hey, I am Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So please know that you found this message at exactly the time you needed it. All messages here are timeless. If something does draw you in, I encourage you to take a look. There is something for you to see or hear. Okay, Libra. So looking at your energy here in meditation prior, I did get a symbol come through, a glyph came through. So this one was it was very interesting to me, but also like kind of tricky to draw. So I need to get, I need to get some graph paper, but even with that, this was a little tricky to draw. So I'm going to show this to you here. You can pause it to draw it out for yourself. I'll explain it a bit here as well. So what came through as far as information on this was, fractalized. I wrote this down here, fractalized. So it was kind of a combination of words here, like a fractal, but then also this process of like actualization, being actualized, figuring something out. So to explain this here too, why it was so tricky to draw, because it's a five-sided shape here, and then a six-sided star as well around this with these diamond shapes. So this was coming together though in an equal way, and that's why this was difficult to draw, balancing out the five sides with the six sides. So with fractalization coming through, the instructions on this, Libra, was to place this on your water, like to program your water with this. So what this is intended to do is bring balance to situations where maybe inherently it looks like there isn't balance. The next thought that came through on this was this process of actually tearing something apart in order to bring it back together. So going from this five-sided shape to a six-sided shape, or vice versa, because it doesn't necessarily mean six is better than five. But it does bring it into a little bit more balance as far as like an even number into six. So yes, programming your water with this with the intention of letting things come apart as needed in order to come together. Okay, Libra? All right. I know that was a little bit of a longer one, so thanks for hanging in there. I'm going to go ahead and move into the tarot here for your tarot messages. What do we have here for Libra, please, Spirit? And huge shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I am both excited and delighted to have you guys here. If you are interested in becoming a channel member yourself and supporting the channel in that way, there's a join button right next to the subscribe underneath this video, also on my main page. And if you're interested in personal readings, I have that available. There's a link in the description of this video to check out my website. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, you guys. Hit that notification bell. All great ways to support the growth of this channel and me. And I truly appreciate it. I appreciate it, okay? So what do we have here for Libra, please, Spirit? That was a bit of an interesting split, okay. I mean, well, the whole process has been an interesting split. The devil. So the devil here, this has come through a lot. I just finished weekly reads, actually, and the devil came through quite a bit. I think the devil came through for your card, too. Or for your sign. Anyway, your hopes here. Hopes and dreams. I feel like you guys are hoping to see something. Well, that makes a lot of sense with fractalization. You're hoping to see something make a little bit more sense. Like you're peering into this mirror here in the dark. And you're hoping for that five-sided shape to be balanced like a six-sided shape ought to be. Interesting. Pardon. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. I'm going to move into the Wild Unknown Tarot here for your second deck. What do we have going on for Libra, please, Spirit? And this is a general message, you guys, so please keep that in mind. You are extremely intelligent. You're powerful co-creators here as well. Please use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher which messages may be for you, and leave the rest for those they're meant for. You are also a complex story. You're more than your sun sign, so I encourage you to take a look at any other major placements in your chart: rising moon, Venus, North Node. Five of Pentacles keeps coming out here as I'm splitting. I do feel like you guys may be struggling with getting back into a position where you feel like comfortable which makes sense with the fractalization too. Yeah, check out your other placements, is what I was saying there. So for my Libra friends, Justice here, 555 on the timer as well. So major change coming forward. Being in your fear aversion, I do feel like, and having the Five of Pentacles there, I do feel like you guys are a little bit edgy comes through. It's interesting. Tired of waiting for something to balance itself out. This is your card as well, Justice. Maybe feeling like you're nervous that you'll ever be able to feel like you again, or maybe you've never have. You don't even know what that feels like. Start programming your water here, like I was saying. So the intent here is to come into balance with yourself, even if it looks oppositional from the outside. Coming into balance with yourself. All right. So Libra, looking at your general energy here to start, and I saw this come through as I was shuffling as well. Judgment. I do feel like there is a bit of like forgiveness that's needed over something. Like moving from that five-sided shape to the six-sided brilliance here. One of the missing components is this like grace or compassion towards either yourself or somebody else. A situation here though needing some kind of forgiveness. Let's examine that a little bit further. I mean, with these pieces coming apart and coming back together, it makes sense to have judgment come through. This is a process of examining the components of yourself and deciding what you want to be where. Oh, hey, there's even 6 stars there on the top as well. Oh, I love it. So yes, okay, you guys are coming into a balance with yourself, even if that may look unbalanced from the outside. Wheel of Fortune comes in here next. That's 2 pretty powerful a major arcana coming through right away. So lessons in karma, fate, something appearing as fate. Having judgment here too, because you had devil as well. Yeah, yeah, the devil. What I'm feeling is you guys are going through the trenches here right now. You're going through the dark side of the moon is what comes in. What is placed in the shadow or in the unconscious that does not have recognition within us comes out as fate. It appears as fate, right? It is this program that's playing out, and we go, oh, it must be the gods angry at me today, right? When in actuality, in fractuality, okay, it's actually these components of ourselves that are stuck in the dark somewhere that are requesting to be seen. I feel like... we'll do this deck here. Can I get a little bit more info here? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? 3 of Cups. I do feel like you're being asked to celebrate components of yourself that you may feel are off balance or that are wrong. There's something about that concept that's coming to light to actually show you that that five-sided shape is in balance just the way that it is. Let's keep moving forward. So, good stuff for you guys here. I love it. The moon. The dark side of the moon. So there is a lot of fear experienced here at play. I am getting that. But there's an opportunity to really schlep your way through this madness. Okay, thanks for it. You don't have to stay here. But the way through is some self-fractalization, okay? Bringing these components into energetic congruency. And there's 6 stars even at the bottom here too. 10:01 on the timer there as well. Temperance comes through here next. Dang, you guys. Like all major arcana. I feel like this is a really pivotal and crucial time that you guys are going through, and it's not easy. But temperance being in the good stuff here too, this is balance. Bringing things into balance. Into flow, bringing opposites into balance too. And that's kind of what's happening here. Like it's not really like fully opposite, 6 and 5, but they're not necessarily like congruent energies either. So to bring them into a balance, an appearance of balance is quite the feet. And I feel like that's what you guys are working on. That's what you're doing here. You're bringing two things that shouldn't be in balance into balance. Oil and water. Why is the moon here, please, Spirit? And the good stuff. Three of Swords and Three of Wands. Death and rebirth at the bottom, too. I do feel like this is an opportunity here for you guys to really make something of yourself is what comes through. So Three of Swords, healing from heartbreak, yeah. I think the moon coming through here and having Three of Swords clarify this is part of your fear is really like there's a need to open up to forces outside of yourself to feel this balance. But there's a request from your ego saying, no, don't do that. We did that once, remember? And like we got stabbed in the heart. We got hurt. But there's also this feeling of wanting to move in that direction as well. Like your heart is saying, look guys, like, I know I'm bleeding. Like we were bleeding that one time. But I want expansive horizons too. I like that this is 2 3s as well, bringing into that focus of 6. Like 2 different components of your experience here, coming into balance. One is to be safe and away from anywhere that there may be danger. And the other is wanting to go out and experience. Those are quite the opposites, yes. But I feel like this is a time for you guys to bring that into balance. Like I said, I feel like there is a healthy balance of staying safe and being adventurous, okay? So in the dark here, what you don't see coming, you have 3 of Candles, 3 of Wands, which is what you just had here in your good stuff. I do feel like there's some adventure available for you. And I think that is why that energy of balance, I mean, you guys are the scales, justice, that balance in that way. I feel like the reason why fractalized is coming through here to bring balance is because there is something opening up for you as far as adventure goes. And it's something that you want to take. So God, universe, goddess, is working to open you up again in such a way that it's not painful. Like what I'm getting or feeling is this feeling of like stretching out your ears, gauging out your ears. It's painful no matter how slow or how fast you go about it, but it's definitely less painful if you take the appropriate amount of time to heal. And that's kind of and I didn't, that's my point. I went like every 2 weeks, stretch. And you definitely want to wait like 6 to 8 weeks, like a normal piercing for it to heal. So that's kind of what I'm getting here is this adventure, whatever this is that's coming forward, this expansion of your experience requires that you do heal here from whatever the 3 of Swords is talking about. To take that time to heal, but not to take so much time too, okay? You don't need to wait 6 months between stretches. 6 to 8 weeks is just fine. So it's kind of that balance between allowing yourself time to heal and also pushing yourself in healthy ways, okay? You may not see that this is required right now. The Hierophant comes in here as well. You guys have a lot of major arcana. I do feel like what you don't see in this situation is like a spiritual stretching, gauging. There is an expansion towards your spiritual experience right now. And the way that you do business, okay? How you may approach any given situation. I do feel like there is a little bit of encouragement here to step outside of what you may typically face or approach something at. And face, interesting. Like a new adventure. This ain't your typical adventure. Okay, interesting. Can you give me a little bit more information on that, please, Spirit? Why the Hierophant? Or what is this adventure? Let's talk about this adventure. What's coming for Libra in the form of adventure? Okay. So High Priestess here at the bottom. I feel like this is an adventure that your subconscious has been calling out for. So a few cards came out here. Queen of Pentacles. I do feel like there is, of course, in the subconscious is fertile. I feel like one of your deepest seated wishes or desires has the potential to come into reality to experience. of course, but you want to be ready for this. It's almost like whatever is coming forward here in the shadow, like you're hoping for this. That makes sense. The devil having this in your hope. There's something that you truly want, but there's also some programming that's getting in the way of that being acceptable to you. Interesting. This Four of Cups here came out as well. I feel like this fourth cup here, that thing that's being offered, is something that you truly want. A subconscious drive, but somebody told you at some point that like, oh, ew, David, that's not okay, right? That's not acceptable to want that or to be this way or whatever, right? I feel like you guys are learning to overcome whatever pessimism was created to protect this really, I feel like it's like a heart's desire. You've been preventing yourself from experiencing this because someone told you it wasn't okay. They can go to hell. All my love. Ace of Pentacles also came out here. I feel like as soon as you allow, it's like the seed is already here. Whatever this wish is, this true desire that you have, it's already programmed to grow. But what is missing right now is the light because it's so far into the shadow. It's like you can see it through this glass is kind of what I'm seeing, but you want to be able to interact with it in a physical way. This is possible, but it requires you to make the choice to do so. It requires you to, okay, having the Hierophant there, that's why. This is what is not typical for you. Making a different choice here is interacting with that seed. Putting it into the ground where there is darkness. It does need to grow in the dark, but as soon as it starts coming into light, it's almost like you're deadheading it. You're cutting it off at the ground every time it starts to grow. Maybe let it grow and see what happens, okay? Interesting. So the challenge in this situation... yeah, so the challenge in this situation, you have 9 of Keys, 9 of Swords. Anxiety, you guys. Fear itself. Totally, exactly what I'm saying here. There is a heart's desire. Something, it could have been from like when you were a kid, you wanted to do this or be this way, or it is just a nature of who you are, right? Like I think about even the example that comes up to mind for me is like maybe you're gay, right? Maybe you're bisexual or somewhere on the spectrum, and or even on the ASD spectrum, you know, neuro spiciness of some sort. There's just something that's like out of your control as far as who you are, but somebody's told you that's not okay, right? Maybe your family or religion said like, well, it's not okay to be gay, right? God hates gay people or whatever. It's time to really step into who you actually are. That's kind of, just as an example, that doesn't mean that that's like exactly what you're dealing with, but that's the seed that I'm feeling, is this is a component of yourself that is not changeable. It is who you are. It's like the color of your eyes. And like somebody came to you and said like, no, yep, that eye color is just not, God doesn't like blue eyes, okay? Do you see how stupid that sounds? Yeah, real dumb. But that is the obstacle I feel like you guys have here, is getting over that bullshit that somebody dumped into your garden. Okay, screw them. Mother of Wands comes in here next for your challenge. Yeah, totally on the backs of that. Confidence, your authenticity, you guys. Being authentic to yourself. There is something, or even like as an example, like being left-handed. I think of the Catholic Church keeps coming up for both examples. I don't know, maybe you grew up Catholic. I grew up Mormon. I understand definitely how controlling certain religions like that can be. No shade on religion, but also, well, I did have my own experience. So, Mother of Wands here, though, is it is that component of your own confidence and your own authenticity. Being left-handed, that's what I was trying to say with the Catholic Church there. Like there was a time where that was, you were the devil, right? You were the devil. That was the wrong thing to do, was be left-handed. You should have thought about that before you were born left-handed. So You were like forced to become right-handed, even though you're left-handed. It's time to step into who you are. Step away from the horseshit, right? How does Libra approach or engage with this obstacle? How do they overcome this obstacle? What must Libra do? Let it go. Yeah, okay, you do on all of them. Eight of Wands here. This happens quickly. As soon as you accept this component of yourself, you fractalize, okay? You have the Fool, Ten of Wands, and King of Wands all came out here. The way that you approach this challenge is to make the choice to take a leap of faith, to step into your own skin with confidence. Having the King of Wands come through here after the Mother of Wands to Queen of Wands, to supersede whatever decision somebody tried to make for you. To realize that you are the captain of your sea here, okay, Libra? It's time to start over. Release this burden that somebody placed on you because they weren't strong enough to, I don't know, be themselves. Like, we're just passing shit down, right? We're just passing down trauma and pain that we ourselves were not strong enough or brave enough to heal ourselves. So I'm sorry that whomever did that to you. I'm sorry that they weren't strong enough, okay? You are. So you're going to step into your skin, all right? Okay, so 3 main pieces of advice for Libra here, please, Spirit. Whoa, okay. Expansion, pursue bigger and greater endeavors. Yes, it's time to expand. Come apart so that you can come back together. Pay attention. Look out for signs from the divine. Acknowledge red flags. I feel like an awakening here at the bottom, realization, shift, or discovery. I feel like you're being led to the choices that are best for you to make to awaken, okay? Last piece of advice here for Libra. Success and leap of faith. And embrace. Find peace with your current state of being. Yes, become your authentic self. Whatever that component is that has been left to die, like, let it live. Let it live. Leap of faith, taking a risk, stepping into the beauty of the unknown. That's totally the Fool, like I was saying. And success, it's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. And that better be you. It better be you, okay, Libra? So let's move into animal spirit messages here for Libra. What do we have going on, please, Spirit? This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle. The whale. I love it. Hummingbird here at the bottom also. I feel like there's this component or request for you to see just how magical you are. Okay? But the whale here, this is about diving deep into our experience, into our emotions. Remembering to come up for air when we need to, but not being afraid of our own depth. Okay? That's the message that's coming through here. Don't be afraid of your own depth, all right, Libra? Other people may be afraid of that. Who gives a shit? It's not their head. It's your head on that pillow at the end of the night, okay? So if you're stressing about how anybody else may be feeling how your experience ought to be, they can take a leap of faith, okay? Honestly, like, it is not anybody else's head on your pillow at the end of the night. You're the one who has to deal with you, okay? What do we have here for Libra, please, Spirit? This is the Wild Unknown Archetype deck. Just doing all the Wild Unknowns today. I do love Kim Kranz. Ooh, the Lover. Love it. Actually, you have, speaking of love, Agape here at the bottom as well. Love, 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 love. I'm going to look this up in the book here real quick. Oh my gosh. I always forget how to count in Roman numerals when I come to this dang book. Oh, that's why. Because I'm not doing it right. The Lover. The heart, the beloved, the devoted. Heart's desire is definitely coming through here, you guys. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, reveling in beauty, song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey, kiss a lover, or speak gentle words to a child. I feel this process of like you going back and speaking the kind words that needed to be spoken to you that weren't, okay? The lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow merging of self and other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offering. When in light, connection, expansion, devotion, and awe. When in dark, indulgence, attachment, and obsession. So I do feel like you are being directed into a place where you can be in awe of yourself, to see how awesome you actually are, to leave yourself in a state of awe and wonder. Again, whatever components of yourself were sequestered to the dark here, we're told were not acceptable. You are going back and reminding yourself just how not just acceptable you are, but how awesome you are. Okay, Libra? All right, my Libra friends, I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me here. I am going to move into the extended. If you're interested in joining me there are links in the description. Again, I have personal readings if you're looking for that too. PayPal and Cash App links are also in the description if you feel called to tip or donate. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel in that way. It truly goes a long way. If this is where I leave you, again, thank you guys so much for joining me here, and I'll see you all very soon. Okay? Be well.